Morning everyone, and happy new year to everyone. So the other day we started with the main syllabus, that is chapter number 1, and chapter number 1 is introduction to operations management, and usme 3 units are there, and we started with unit number 1. And unit number 1 mein we first studied what is operations management, and whatever we have already studied before, same concepts have written the notes in a neat and legible manner. Then after that, objectives of operations management we went. This also already discussed. There are two objectives of operations management, that is customer satisfaction and resource utilization. Abhi, what are the three main parts of providing customer satisfaction? Specification, cost and time. I should provide the product or service as per the requirements of. Always remember, never sell what you want to sell. Always sell what customers want to buy. And then cost. Cost should be maximum or minimum. That is what is our objective, right? Most of the times in OM. And then time taken to produce the goods or provide the service should also be. Then only customer will be happy. In simple words, we can sum like this, right? I should provide right thing to the customer, at the right price to the customer, at the right time to the customer. I hope you remember that biryani example. So that only. Then comes what? Resource utilization. As I already told you, we should maximize our wastage or minimize our wastage. So when I minimize my wastage, am I using my resources efficiently? So there should be efficient utilization of resources or inefficient. Because if I don't use my resources properly, like money, I'm not using my money properly. Very high money I'm having in working capital, very little money I'm having in fixed capital. It is a problem for the business. Very high amount invested in fixed capital, very little money for working capital. Problem. Finance I'm unable to manage. In that case, and labor idle time is constantly increasing. Am I managing my resources properly or improperly? Improperly. In that case, it will result into success of operations or failure of operations. Failure of operations. So why resource utilization should be good? Otherwise, inefficient utilization of resources. Inefficient utilization of resources results into or leads to commercial failure. Commercial failure of operating system. Operating system. My entire system will crash if I don't use my resources properly. Clear? So basically, what do we mean by resource utilization? I should maximize my wastage or minimize my wastage. Overutilization, underutilization or proper utilization. Maximize the loss or minimize the loss. Simple. Clear? But question is, can I achieve resource utilization and customer satisfaction together? Not possible. See, companies cannot achieve both the objectives together. If I want to achieve customer satisfaction, I may have to forego resource utilization. If I want to achieve resource utilization, I may have to forego customer satisfaction. Matlab, achieving everything is practically impossible. So that is why what should I do? There should be basically, you can say, a balance between both. You should focus on both. Achievement of both is practically not possible. You should balance the both. Clear? Now let us start with scope of operations management. Matlab, till now we have just seen introduction to operations management of unit number 1. And unit number 1 mein what is the most important concept? Scope. That we are going to start now. Scope of operations management. So can I say the operations of a business are like a projection room in a movie theater? Movie, when you see, projection room will be there, from where projection will happen. If that projection room is not working properly, then what will happen? Now imagine you are watching, कौन सा movie आ रहा अभी प्रभास का? हाँ, कौन सा? राजा साहब. You are watching a Raja Saab movie. Must must action move, action is going on, some dance and sequence is going on, suddenly projection room say projection stops, power failure valke. Imagine what will be the situation of that theater. People will jump on each other and they will start throwing stones, whatever they have on the screen, they will damage the entire screen. Why? Because for a movie theater, what is considered as the most important component? Projection room. For us, what is the most important component? Projector and a television, which a teleprompter which is showing the screen here. In the same way, can I say it is like an engine room of business? Operations is nothing but engine room of business, which will manage A to Z everything of A to Z everything what I want in my business. Who will manage? Operations management team will manage. But what exactly is the role of operations management team? Conversion of inputs into what? Into here. Conversion of inputs into inputs. Can you give some example? Labor is an example of input, right? And raw material also we can take as an example of outputs. May goods and services. Outputs may nothing but goods and services. What are tangible? Goods. What are intangible? Services. So who will use labor, raw material and all different types of inputs to provide goods and services to customer? Operations management. Clear? Now, in order to convert inputs to outputs, they use what? Using physical resource. They will convert inputs to outputs using what? Physical resource. Using physical resources. Physical resources means material, machinery, labor, etc. etc. Here? But question comes, why are we doing these things? Why is operations management team converting inputs to outputs using resources? For whom am I manufacturing the goods? To whom I am trying to provide the services? Myself or to my customer? Simple. Why simple? To provide desired utility. Desired utility to customer. Provide desired utility to customer. What is the main objective of converting inputs to outputs using resources? To provide the utility or satisfaction to customers. See, every customer has a problem, right? When customer is having a problem, then only they will purchase my product or service. Problem doesn't mean that something negative. I'm saying if customer is having a problem, that is why that fellow will purchase my product or service. Example, my problem is that I want to send some courier from India to US or India to Australia. Can I send directly? That is my problem. Then who will solve this problem? A courier company. I am facing battery issues in my mobile phone. Let us say I am having Apple iPhone. In that I am facing battery issue. I don't want to buy Apple mobile phone again. Can I buy some other company ka mobile phone? Android mein there are many mobile phones which give up to 7000 8000 mAh ka battery. Recently OnePlus has launched OnePlus 15 or 16 something. Usme there is a new type of battery which is there. Silicon battery. It will give you 2 or 3 days ka backup, it seems. So, matlab, what I am facing problem? Battery issue. So who is the solution for this? Other mobile phone companies. So that is why whenever I buy a particular product, I should get satisfaction. I should not feel bad here. Why did I spend this much money? Here. Plus, in addition to providing utility to customer, I should also try to meet other objectives of business. Other objectives of business. So I should not only try to provide utility to customer, I should also try to meet what? Other objectives of business. There are 3 other objectives of business. There are 3 other objectives of business. What are the main objectives? Customer satisfaction, resource utilization. In addition to that, some miscellaneous important objectives are effectiveness, effectiveness, efficiency, and adaptability. How many are there? 3. Effectiveness, efficiency, adaptability. Acha, will you sell what you want to sell or what customers want to buy? So, matlab, if you are selling something what customer does not want to buy, are you doing a right thing or you are not doing a right thing? So, matlab, effectiveness means doing right thing. Doing right thing means, in simple words, example is, I am trying to sell what customer wants to buy. Simple. Efficiency means, now am I doing the right thing? Yes. But when I am doing the right thing, I should do the right thing at a highest possible cost or lowest possible cost? Lowest possible cost. Simple. Doing things at lowest cost. Lowest cost is nothing but an example of efficiency. This explanation you will not find anywhere. Neither on YouTube nor on what is that Konsa GPT or Chat GPT. Will not find this anywhere. From my experience, I am giving you all these examples. This is only to make you understand what you are reading and meaning of that. No need to write these things in exam. Here, next. And then comes what? Adaptability. Adaptability means, see, if I don't adapt according to market situations, I will have an advantage or I will lose the disadvantage. I will lose a advantage. Like let us say, for example, I'll name some companies. Mercedes. Is it having electric cars in India? Yes, it's having. Mercedes is having electric cars because it is thinking about present also or future also. BMW. Yes, it's having electric cars. You tell yes. Here, till I tell one company, till I tell Maruti, all the other car companies you tell yes. Here, so is Mercedes having a electric car? Very good. Jaguar or BMW? Is Audi having an electric car? Yes. But Maruti? Hyundai is also having a car, electric car. Tata is having, Mahindra is having, Kia is having. Small and big, almost every type of company is having a electric car except Maruti. So now tell, is Maruti adapting according to the requirements of future or it is not adapting? So it might continue to remain as a #1 car company in India or it might lose that advantage. So that is why if you want to maintain that advantage, you have to change the production or continue the same production. That is called what? Adaptability. If you don't do, what will happen? Maruti will also become like BlackBerry. Maruti will also become like कौन सा अपना वो Nokia. क्या किया? IKEA. Sorry, कुछ नहीं किया. So nothing it has done, right? So adaptability means how quickly we change production. Change production. Production, it can be production quantity also, production size also, production ka variety also, anything. Clear? Because if I don't, see, if I'm not effective, matlab, I'm not providing what customers want. And that too, I'm providing something what customers doesn't want, that too at a higher cost. And when customer is demanding something, I'm not making changes in my business. You think my business will remain as a going concern or it will become a gone concern? It will become a gone concern. Simple. Clear? Understood the concept? Next. Now we have production and operations management activities. Mark it as very important question. Operations management activity. Anyone has any doubt here in any of the points what we have discussed till now? Simple. Production and operations management activities. Here we will take an example of Tesla and understand what the meaning of it is. Here we have only basic concepts. Entire syllabus where these concepts will be covered now. A production and operations management may first point what we need to understand is layout of facilities. Layout of facilities. Layout of facilities. What is a facility? Any physical establishment is called as facility. It can be a factory, it can be an office, it can be anything. Remember, facility layout I have already explained starting with. Where should be my factory? Where should I start my factory? Yeah, should I start my factory anywhere? Or should I first start a factory nearby the raw material supplier and customers? Simple. Like example, अभी अपना ये Tesla. Tesla is a normal car or an electric car? अब इलेक्ट्रिक कार के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज व्हाट? इंजन और बैटरी. बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रिक कार में इंजन कहाँ रहता? बैटरी रहता ना. सो बैटरी वेयर शुड टेस्ला मैन्युफैक्चर? शुड इट मैन्युफैक्चर इन यूएस वेयर इट इज बेस्ड? शुड इट मैन्युफैक्चर इन इंडिया? शुड इट मैन्युफैक्चर इन चाइना, ऑस्ट्रेलिया? वेयर शुड इट मैन्युफैक्चर? You think just because Tesla is having lot of money, just because that fellow is very rich fellow, he will start a business anywhere? Or he will see what are the most important components of battery? Lithium ion. It's a natural resource. So where it will start that plant? It will start manufacturing batteries only in that country where the spare parts are easily available. So it is having its manufacturing plants of batteries in two places. One is obviously, you know, right, which country? Number one. Hey, where? China. Obviously, Chinese people are very hardworking people. They work for almost 18 to 20 hours a day. How many hours you sleep in a day, including class? That many hours they work. Have you seen Chinese people? Half of their eyes will be closed. Why? They are always sleepy. Like this they will be. आधे आंख बंद रहता उनका. Why? Chinese people. So they are very hardworking. China में they are having why? China में natural resource. It's a hub of natural resources. And second one is in US में there is one area called Nevada. Nevada. But why did it not start in India? Because India में you think Tesla cannot come and start a plant? It can start. But problem? Natural resources. अच्छा. It will start a factory in India to manufacture battery, but it will import that from China. No, right? Otherwise, what will happen? Cost will increase. So, layout of facility should be based on what? Based on layout of facility should be based on proximity. Proximity to customer or proximity to supplier. Depends. If you are a service organization, then you can be nearby the customer. In case if you are a manufacturing unit, then better be nearby the raw material supplier. Abhi cricket stadium is there in Hyderabad. Where is the cricket stadium? You think it is in Medchal, which is 40 kilometers away from here? Or it is in Uppal? Because Uppal is easily accessible by everyone in the city, right? Through metro, through road and anything. You think Hyderabad, if government of Hyderabad wants to start a stadium, can't it start in Uppal? Can't it start in Medchal or any other? It can start. But did it start? No. Why? Because number of tickets sold for the matches will be very high or very less? Very less. So that is why what is very important? Proximity to customer is very important. Best example what I told? Tesla. For battery manufacturing, it started its plants where? Nevada. Because near raw material supplier is nearby, and China because entire China is raw material supplier. Simple. Have you heard about chips malum na? Can you tell some chips companies? Re bingo les gadra. I'm not talking about khane wala chips. Uncle chips, auntie chips. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about semiconductor chips. Hai kya ho gaya tum logon ko? When I ask about Vimal, instead of telling clothing brand, you're telling Zuban Kesari. I'm asking chips and you're telling lace, shoes, socks. I'm talking about semiconductor chips which are used in mobile phones, projectors, camera, laptop, TV, mobile phones. India mein, do we have any such factory to manufacture those chips? Who is one of the largest manufacturer of chips? Intel, AMD, Snapdragon. They are not Indian companies. They are not Chinese companies. They are US and other country ka companies. But still they manufacture where? China. Why? Because natural resources and labor is very cheap there. One of the cheapest labors in the world is China. Cheaper than the cheapest? No, articles. So, second one. Then we have plant layout. Plant layout. Plant layout. Like let us say, for example, this is a restaurant what you are planning to start here. This is a restaurant where what you are planning to start. This is the entrance. Lock ho gaya. This is the entrance. Here. And this is the restaurant what you are planning. ऐसा just you enter. Let us say this is the scooty. थोड़ा entrance को बड़ा कर देंगे. So this fellow drives the scooty and keeps the vehicle here. Clear? And this fellow handle लेके चले है. Handle छोड़ दे भाई. जान दे handle लेके चलेगा. And this fellow goes and sits here. This is the dining area. Clear? And beside dining area is washroom. मतलब ऐसा open space. And besides washroom there is kitchen. Beside kitchen there is another washroom. Beside that another dining area. Nice, right? Will you go to a restaurant which is having this type of layout? Why? Aesthetic. Now tell me, is it good design or bad design? See, where should I start my restaurant is layout of facility. But inside my restaurant, what should be where? Where should be the dining area? Where should be the storage area? Where should be the reception? Where should be the counter? Where should be the washroom, kitchen? Inside my factory or inside my restaurant, where should be what? That is called what? Plant layout. Here, plant layout. Why plant layout is very important? Because there should be minimum movement of people and machines. People and have you heard about Geo World? Geo World, Mumbai में अंबानी का ऑफिस Geo World. See, Geo World में there are multiple building it seems. What I've heard from my friend who is working in Deloitte and goes for audit in Geo World through Deloitte. That fellow clear told me that there are multiple buildings, multi-story building, to maybe 15-20 buildings are there it seems. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I have not seen. So multiple buildings are there. Now, from one building to other building, if you have to go, you have to catch a bus and go, it seems. Ambani ka bus facility is available in that. From one building to other building, if you have to go, you have to catch the bus inside available and then you have to go. Just like from airport when you enter, you have to take a bus and go near plane, right? Like that it seems. But imagine because of this, if a person in one department, in one building, wants to go to other department in other building, it will take minimum half an hour to go and come. And if some work is there, aram se 1 hour it will take it seems. Matlab, it is taking lot of time to move an employee from one place to other place inside my same facility. When movement time increases, work time reduces, efficiency reduces. I will be able to do less work in more time. So that is why my layout should be designed in such a way. Which way? Not in Telugu. In such a way that there should be minimum movement of machines. That is why this Tesla fellow started something called Giga Factory. Have you heard about this? Giga Factory. His factory's name is Giga Factory. Ab Giga Factory mein what he manufactures, I told? Battery. Batteries are very heavy, car batteries. And that too, if number of employees are required, laborers, at least 2 laborers are required. And the speed at which they can carry the battery from one place to other place inside the factory will be fast or slow? Slow. So that is why inside this Giga Factory, that fellow uses what? Smart cart. Smart cart. Smart cart technology. Carts, robots will bring all that batteries from the location to destination, source to destination. Isse movement of human beings is reducing, efficiency will increase, time will decrease. Then we have, after that, we have product design. Product design. Product design is nothing but features, functions, how it looks, how it feels. Like example, you order one, like you go to any chai bandi, go to any chai ka thela, bandi pe you go, and that fellow tells, Anna, one chai and one coffee, you pack and give. What will the fellow do? अपना चटनी का कवर रहता तो बंडी पे, that cover में he will pour chai, पैक करके one chai ऐसा पोटली बना के that fellow will give. And by the time you come home, chai coffee will be mixed. That packing will be like that. मतलब will you feel like मतलब purchasing a product which does not have good packaging? You order it from any normal restaurant से भी, like Pista House हो गया और हल्दीराम, from anywhere tea is available. छोटे छोटे tea points will be there, right? You order online, 20 rupees का चाय, they will charge 150 rupees. But what they will do, one big cardboard box will be there. Cardboard box के अंदर one thermal cover will be there. Thermal cover के अंदर there will be tea. So that 3-4 hours तक easily that tea will be warm or hot. So if you want to order tea from normally, where will you order? You take from bandi and go, which will become cool, and that to spread in that cover. Or will you buy from a cafe by spending 150 rupees? 150 में 10 cups will come, because 2 cups के लिए he will not waste this thermal का mask अपना flask, right? So quantity will increase, but price will also increase. Packaging will be good. Which one people will buy? Will you buy something which does not have good packaging? Obviously you will not buy. India में there is a craze in children. You might have also eaten that product, Kinder Joy. Kinder Joy, like egg it will look, right? Why people buy Kinder Joy? You think it's very tasty, something extraordinary out of the box? For toys? I know, for toys. And then for that, itna hi chocolate रहता, 60 rupees I think, right? 60 rupees for ginta chocolate, ganta toy. Huh? Now imagine, but still people are buying that. Children are crazy for that. Children are crazy for that. Why? Not because of taste, because of that toy. That design is very important, right? Product design is also very important. अब now tell me, Tesla में cars are normal cars or very highly advanced cars? That is why, in case if you are having very advanced business, your product design should be very complicated or it should be very simplified assembly process. Simple product design, it should be simple assembly process. What is assembly? It is assembly is nothing but assembling, joining, that only. Here it's not manufacturing basically. Then in addition to product design, you should also think about process design. Process design. Process design is nothing but method of manufacturing. Method of manufacturing. How should I manufacture a product? Can I use a labor to manufacture a product? Can I also use a machine to manufacture the product? So process design can be method of manufacturing. It can be either labor intensive or it can be machine intensive. I can manufacture a product either by using what? Labor, or it can be used what? Machine. Abhi Tesla only we are taking, right? So all points ko I will give Tesla only as an example. So यहाँ पर what I told, it is having battery manufacturing plant in China and Nevada because it is nearby the raw material supplier. Plant layout में it is using human beings for movement of batteries or machines. Product design में it is using what? Very simple assembly process, so that every laborer working in that factory can easily assemble the car. On top of that, it is using labor intensive process or machine intensive process. Everything is software. Everything is managed by software. It is software driven automation. It is completely software driven automation, zero human involvement. Next, and then we have production planning and control. Production planning and it is nothing but, in simple words, scheduling. Who will do what work at what time? Like example, who will do what work at what time is nothing but scheduling. अब इसमें what happens is, अब Tesla factory में how scheduling works is, like let us say 100 cars are being manufactured. at which stage of manufacturing which car is there. They will clearly know because they are using what? Software. अब example, अब 100 cars are being manufactured, they will say, okay, 10 cars में tires have to be fixed, 18 cars में that software has to be updated, 12 cars में chips are to be installed. Like that, A to Z clarity it will give, how many days it will take to complete a particular car, so that we can deliver it to customer. Based on that, they will tell delivery time to customer. Then, in addition to that, you should also know about India mein, which is not there, quality control. Here, quality control. What is quality control? Set a standard and inspect. Simple. Standard and inspect. Set a standard and inspect against the standard. And the meaning of quality is same for everyone or different for everyone? Different for everyone. Madam, for you in a mobile phone, one thing which defines quality. What according to you is a quality in mobile phone? According to you, anything it might be. Madam? So if madam ke liye camera is good, she will think that entire product is of good quality. Simple. Madam, other than camera, battery, processor, for everyone quality same or different? Meaning of quality is different. ఏమైంది కుసుమ కుమార్ ఉన్నావు అక్కడ clear now ab car mein what can be the quality control? I hope you might have heard about NCAP test, right? National Car Assessment Program. Crash testing. India mein, not India, overall the world, whenever you buy a car, rating will be there, right? 0 star. What Maruti car, 0 stars, no tension, only tension in 0. Maruti car you can drive only once, and once you meet with an accident, neither you will be there nor car will be there. Ante అయిపోయింది. So if you want to buy a Maruti car, before buying a car insurance, buy your insurance. So NCAP rating is their crash rating. Tata, one of the safest cars. Mahindra, one of the safest cars. Hyundai and Maruti, one of the worst cars with respect to safety. Kia is fir bhi better than compared to other cars. So they will do quality testing and then only they will deliver the product. More than 10-15 cars they will do different types of crash test. And then they will sell it to customer. Otherwise what will happen? Samsung Galaxy Note 7 case, you remember? Mobile phone started blasted. Imagine car started blasting. Then who will be there to refund the money to you? Will not be there only, right, to take refund. Next. Then you should also consider material management. Material management and maintenance management. Maintenance. What is materials management? Acha, now what happened is, have you heard about KFC? Very good. क्या interest आ रहा देखो, KFC बोलते ही. KFC full form? Very good. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Very good. What is the full form of MM? Material management. Very good. And maintenance management. Very good. Now KFC long back, exactly year I don't remember, 1980, 2018, 19, exactly I don't remember. That time what happened is, India mein bird flu had come. Chickens ko bird flu. Because of that, people in India very rarely they were going to KFC, because KFC ka main business is chicken business only. So people were not going. And huge losses for the Indian owner of KFC, because KFC in India is not owned directly by KFC, right? It is owned by some other company. He owned it, owned by some other company. So huge losses are being incurred. That is why what happened is, ये जो India का KFC का जो brand है, they contacted US supplier of chickens who supplies to entire US KFC. Problem, that fellow was the only supplier for KFC in US. So imagine entire US में every store of KFC dependent only on one Cody supplier, मतलब one chicken supplier. So Indian brand, अब Indian company who was owning the brand of KFC in India paid 2 or 3 times more the price of what US stores were paying. Obviously, logically, what that fellow did, that fellow supplied majority of that chicken to whom? Indian KFC, and Indian KFC ka sales started increasing. When they started promoting that, this is imported from foreign, not Indian Kodi level. It's what not to Kodi gadadi. It's a normal Kodi. It will not do dance like Ramcharan and Konsa NTR. Not to Kodi gadadi. Normal Kodi. So now, but what happened? Because of that, 90% of KFC stores closed in US for 6 months. Imagine 90% of KFC stores closed in US for almost 6 months. Why? Because Indian supplier bought majority of the stock. Now tell. That is what is called material management. Should you depend on one supplier or multiple suppliers? Should you wait till the end, or you should order at the reorder level? You should ignore the supply chain or manage the supply chain. If you ignore the supply chain, if you are dependent only on one supplier, and if you don't follow the concept of GIT, EOQ, reorder level and all what you have studied in costing, will you be able to get the raw materials whenever you want, or your manufacturing will get impacted? So that is what is called what? Materials management. But nowadays materials management is being done by human beings or softwares? Softwares. Example, we have discussed, right? MRP1, MRP2. What is MRP1? MRP full form. चेक कीजिए पंड्रा, देख के बोलो. इतना तेलुगु भी नहीं आता, देख के बोलो जल्दी. I have given the full form, I have given the explanation also. You didn't write, right? Introduction. Materials requirement planning. Materials requirement planning. That is nothing but what? Material management. In the same way, Tesla also, whatever parts are required for manufacturing that battery, it is dependent on one country or two countries. Two countries. One is obviously China, the second one is Nevada. And then we have what? Maintenance management. Tesla uses a technology called predictive maintenance. Which maintenance? Predictive. Matlab, sensors will be there, right? See, everything is automated in Tesla, because of which human beings manage the everything, or software will manage. So software will manage using what? Sensor. If sensor detects that any motor is not working, or little drop of water is there, or little dust particle is also there, if nut is not screwed properly by a machine, immediately it will detect and it will stop the entire manufacturing. And once you detect a defect, immediately it will start working again. Have you seen any robot vacuum cleaner will be there, right? Circle wala aisa. I have a robo vacuum cleaner at home which will do kya bolte apna jhadu also, poncha also. English में क्या बोलते नहीं मालूम. Sweeping and mopping, both it will do. Now it is slowly going like this. It is slowly going like this, cleaning. Suddenly what happens? Let us say, for example, an object comes here. Let us say socks example. And what it will do? It will go on top of it. But because that suction power is very high, that socks will enter that machine near that cleaning area and it will get struck. And immediately I will get a notification saying that the object is struck in the machine. Please remove it to continue. Once I remove that socks or some other particle which is struck, immediately it will start working. No need to press any button. But how is it knowing that something is struck, something is not struck? Sensing technology. That is what is called nothing but predictive maintenance. Remember I told how many types of maintenance are there? Two. Preventive and routine maintenance. Preventive breakdown maintenance. Preventive maintenance, what will happen? I will wait for a machine to go bad and then repair it, or I will go for regular repairs and maintenance. So predictive maintenance is that only, preventive. I am predicting what part of a machine might not work very soon. Before that only what I am doing, I am getting it repaired. And then comes what? Breakdown maintenance. I will wait for an entire machine to crash. After that, what will I do? I will see whether I will repair it or I will replace. Clear? What are the components what we have to consider here? What is the first one? Layout of facilities, then product design, process design, production planning and control, quality control, material management, and very important for MCQ. And all these things, once I analyze, here, once I analyze my layout, plant layout, facility layout, product design, process design, after all the things I analyze, I will come to know first how to produce. I will be able to answer, I will be able to get an answer to how to produce. How to produce means? Goods कैसा produce करना, एट्ला I should produce the goods. చెప్పాను కదరా 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, these 11 people, you're all laborers. Now if labor is available, or I need how many laborers? Let us say 10 laborers. How many are available in the class right now? Sorry, in my office, right, in my factory right now? I have more than enough labor to do work using labor. So I will follow machine based manufacturing or labor based manufacturing. Labor based manufacturing. I set up a factory in Ladakh. Ladakh may be Dras region, where winter season may -40, -42 degrees will be there. Hyderabad may 70 degrees you are doing there, your people are doing here. So Dras may I set up a factory. Imagine there I am setting up ice cream manufacturing plant. Cool environment. Now tell, how many of you think that in this factory labors will be available, that too during winter season? Or normal season only, weather will be -5, -6, -10. You think labor, easy availability of labor or very difficult? So in this type of area where labor availability is very weak, how will I produce? Using machines or using labor? So it depends, right? It depends. Then I will also be able to answer when to produce. When should I produce the goods? Whenever there is a demand, or always I should daily little production I should do. Little production I should do. Clear? Then I will also be able to answer, do we have materials to produce? Do we have materials to produce? Hey, okay, product ni, if I want to manufacture one product, here, if I want to manufacture one product, what should I do? What do I need basically? Raw materials. Am I having the raw materials or not? I will check. In case if I don't have raw materials, then I will follow what? Same points we are just writing in a different way. How to produce means process design. Here. And then when to produce means scheduling. And then comes what? Do we have materials to produce means material management. Same thing we are just writing in a different manner. Then point number 4, are we producing right thing? Are we producing right thing means? Are we producing the right thing means this one, quality control. Are we producing the right things means quality control. Next, are the machines able to produce desired results? All these points are there in ICMI material also. Clear? I'm not writing anything on my own other than examples. Rest everything A to Z is covered in ICMI materials. So once you attend my class, if you study my notes and solve my material, more than enough. Because my notes is again copy and paste of institute material. And problems, we are going to do everything what is given in ICMI material. A to Z, every problem, including those questions for which solutions are not there, I told, right? Plus we will also solve MCQs. And we will also solve last 3-4 years or attempts ka whatever available with us, question papers also. So it will be an overall package for you. No need to even open the institute material unless you want to practice MCQs. Are machines able to produce desired results? What do we mean by that? Maintenance. If I maintain the machines in a proper manner, then it will give me the desired results. Best quality at least price. Clear? Next. How to make product reach customer. How should I make my product reach customer? How should I make my product reach customer? How? यहाँ पर तो कुछ भी नहीं है. This is a new point which is not covered above. Madam, if I am producing ice cream in Ladakh, as I told, from Ladakh till Hyderabad, how will I sell ice creams? I can't sell. I can sell transportation, babu, distribution. You think why will people in minus 40 degrees will eat ice creams? Their hands only will become ice cream there. So, ice will be there only, right? Ice is full. You just put one cream, eat. So, how do I make my product reach the customer? Distribution channel. Manufacturer will give it to dealer. Dealer might give it to wholesaler. Wholesaler might give it to retailer. Retail shops, you will buy. Are you going to Lace factory and buying Lace or in retail stores? Simple. Understood? But यहाँ पे आंसर खत्म नहीं हुआ. What we are studying? Production and operations activity. These are the main points. Usme, after studying the main points in your business, you will be able to identify these things. No, in addition to this, institute has also given continuation to. Answer is not ending here. Summary. Summary of major decisions area. All these points you have to write. If they ask you what? Production and operation facilities. First you will write these points, subheadings only, nothing else. Plus you will write this also. Plus you will write summary of major decision areas. Summary of major decision. First one. Demand forecasting. What is the first one? Demand forecasting. Most of the points what I am going to write here, we have already discussed in introduction. That is why I gave a brief introduction so that when I start the first chapter, clarity should be there. Demand forecasting means it's a Radhesham of business. Future may, how much product I can sell. Depending upon that, I will decide the production today. Remember? Because otherwise what will happen? Overproduction or underproduction. Both are dangerous for a business, right? Here. In addition to that, here capacity planning. What is capacity planning? 3. Marriage code. Did you attend anyone's marriage? What is the main purpose of attending someone's marriage? I know the answer, but I want to know from you. Good, right? Do we go for attending the marriage and see the marriage ceremony and all, rituals and all, or for food? First you go, and first you will stare everything like this. 360-degree view you will take. Chinese items, salad, South Indian, North Indian, ice cream, pan corner, etc., etc. And if you find something new in someone's plates, Anna, ye kidhar se leke aaye? Nahi dekh raha mere ko? So the only purpose of going is what? Food. Before going to someone's marriage, for eating food, will you plan or not? Like let us say night time ka marriage example. Then morning se leke evening tak you will be on diet. Correct or not? So that 501 rupees you will put and 2001 rupees ka you will eat and come. That is called capacity planning. Till here you will eat. You will not be able to talk also. Then you will drink Eno, thumbs up, Hajmola, then Burpata, then second round. We'll do like this only, right? Normally. That is what is called capacity planning. How much you can eat maximum before you start vomiting is called what? Capacity planning. That also capacity planning only. Depends, neat or with soda, water, whatever it is. In the same way business also. Business way what is capacity planning? How much maximum my employee or labor can work? How much maximum my machine can produce? Maximum what I can do in my business is called what? Capacity planning. So I'm not writing any one line also here, not required. The institute material may be not there. because I've already given you detailed explanation. Then example number 3, just now we have seen, right? Inventory management. Inventory management में we will follow multiple techniques, right? GIT system is there, EOQ system is there. Clear? GIT full form, just in time. EOQ full form. Then recently I have also explained one concept, correct? EBQ, economic batch quantity, reorder level. These are all examples of what? Inventory management. Because if I don't manage the inventory, I may have to stop the production because of unavailability. And inventory I will get from whom? Supplier. Supplier sourcing. Here, supplier sourcing and selection. Which supplier, say which quantity may, how many raw materials I should get. This also just now we have discussed in today's class only. Then we have process. Here, process selection. This point also already covered. Process selection means how should I manufacture the goods? Human beings or kaun sa apna wo machine? It depends. Depends upon where you are manufacturing and what is the purpose of manufacturing. Then reverse logistics. Reverse logistics. See, you buy a product from Amazon or Flipkart, they will come and deliver to you. What is that called? Logistics. You don't like a product, can you return it back? They will take back from you and give it to the supplier. That is called reverse logistics. That also you have to consider, because reverse logistics may who is going to bear the cost, that is very important. Clear? Next, warehousing. Warehousing and transportation. This is also a very important part of our syllabus. Warehousing and transportation. Transportation, so we have problems also. Compulsory problem in exam. Warehousing means storage. So you should have enough storage. In addition to that, transportation should be on time or it should be delayed. Transportation should be on time. Next, quality management. Then we have what? Quality management. Quality management, just now I told, right? You have to set a standard for quality, and depending upon that standard you have to start, clear? Depending upon that standard you have to start comparing and checking whether here your products are of good quality or not. And then I've already told you about MRP, right? What is MRP? What is MRP? Simple. Next, materials requirement planning. MRP 1, MRP 2. MRP 1 used to take care of only about what? MRP 1 used to take care only about what? MRP 1 considers only what? I told, remember? Inventory. MRP 2 will consider inventory, plus in addition to that marketing, finance, HR, sales, services, etc. Then you should also consider aggregate planning. Aggregate. Now what exactly do we mean by aggregate planning? Overall production. Like let us say, for example, if Coca-Cola, it cannot keep manufacturing in whatever quantities it wants. So it will see Hyderabad mein how much sale is happening on an average. Then Maharashtra mein how much sale is happening on an average. Then Andhra mein how much sale it is happening on an average. Goa mein how much sale is happening on an average, etc. etc. Depending upon that overall aggregate plan, it will prepare for manufacturing and sales. Clear? Because individually, if it like Telangana ke liye separate manufacturing, Andhra ke liye separate manufacturing, if it does, production cost will increase. Then it should also consider about, clear, maintenance. It should also consider about what? Maintenance. Maintenance, I told how many types of maintenance are there? Preventive and breakdown. Here. Next. Then we have product selection. Then we have what? Product selection. What is product selection? What should I manufacture more? What should I not manufacture more? Depends upon demand and sales. Then facility location. Facility, this also we have already discussed. And then this much only, 13 points. So what are the overall things what you have to remember? One is demand forecasting, capacity planning, inventory management, supplier, process, reverse logistics, warehousing and transportation, quality management, MRP, aggregate planning, maintenance, product selection. Simple. Almost every point we have discussed either in introduction or in this chapter only. Clear? So till now, unit 1 may whatever we have studied, mostly they ask in MCQs only. Unit 2 and 3 are very important for direct theory questions. They won't confuse you, direct theory questions. Only one concept we have in unit 2, one concept we have in unit 3. One answer only. Clear? So unit 1 may what all we have studied? Concept number 1 is meaning of operations management. Concept number 2 is objectives of operations management. Concept number 3 is scope. Scope may what all we have studied? Introduction to scope, production and operations management activity. A production and operations management activities may sub points are there only and these questions are there, and then we have what? Summary. Now please note down the heading unit 2. Only one small concept is there. Unit 2, characteristics of modern operation functions. Here you have characteristics of modern operation functions. Only 4 small points are there. First point is little lengthy, other 3 points are very small. Only 4 points, important for theory. Point number 1. Manufacture as competitive advantage. Competitive. Manufacture as what? Competitive advantage. Manufacture as competitive advantage. First, basically they are trying to tell us, today manufacturers, if you manufacture something, you can get which advantage? But what is competitive advantage? Name itself tells, reverse and tell. Advantage what? I get over competitors. I told right, Activa. Is Activa the highest selling scooter from so many years? TVS ka scooties are coming, Bajaj ka scooties will come, Suzuki ka scooties will come, even Honda ka, other than Activa, multiple other scooties are available. But still even today, is Activa the highest selling scooty in India? Why? Because it is having an advantage over its competitors. Maybe reliability, brand value, is something giving an advantage to it in market. It may be pricing, features, easy to use and maintain, less maintenance. I'm giving some examples. Storage space, remember 4 kids. So there are one reason or many reasons. Many reasons. See, there are many institutes in India, not only in India, where you could have taken classes. But are you taking class in all the other institutes or only in Shikhara? Why is Shikhara having some advantage over other institutes? That advantage what Shikhara is having, it may be infrastructure, it may be faculty, it may be material, it may be class timings, anything. Because of, thank you sir. So because of why did you select Shikhara because of other institutes? One reason. अच्छा, I am the reason. वाह, कैमरा उधर नहीं जाता, नहीं तो मैं पलटा देता था. How come you know me before? You know, somehow. You sir? Your senior. So one joined because of me. So one joined because of me. One joined because senior might have told. Why did you join, madam? Good faculties. So these are the reasons why are you joining Shikhara instead of other institutes. That is called what advantage for Shikhara? Competitive advantage for Shikhara. Good faculty, good infrastructure, flexible class timings, clear known faculties, and then seniors referring to the juniors that it is a good institute and go, etc., etc. So earlier what used to happen was, now let us divide this point into two parts. Initially starting with 40-50 years back, what used to happen? Today what is happening in manufacturing industries? Earlier in the past, what used to happen was production was considered as other activities, other functions. Matlab, marketing, sales, other functions are there, right? Finance, it was considered like other activities only. Special importance was not given to manufacturing area. How is services, finance, accounting, etc., etc. Same importance was given. That is why what used to happen starting May 40-50 years back, when demand, clear, when there is a increase in demand, but the production capacity is very less. Suddenly what happened? Because I'm not giving much importance to manufacturing initially 40-50 years back, then what used to happen? Suddenly when demand increased, automatically my production capacity, I will not increase, right? My production capacity, every business used to be unlimited or limited? Limited. That is why when demand increased, my production capacity was still less only. Then what I used to do? Somehow, then in this situation, what business used to do earlier? They used to somehow muster. Muster means gather, group. Somehow muster all inputs and used to produce goods. To produce what? So demand was increasing, but because I was already having underutilization, under capacity, so production is still the same, but demand is constantly increasing. But at that situation, companies used to like tremble, right? Tension ho jata tha. Lot of tension used to be there. So that is why what they used to do, whenever any such situation comes, somehow by hook or crook, they may pay more, or they may do something to get all the raw materials required and try to produce as fast as possible, so that they will continue to have which advantage? Because if some other company manufactures before you, every company almost same situation in the past. If any other company was able to manufacture before you, then what used to happen? You could have lost that advantage. So somehow in this situation, they used to bring the raw materials. Cost might be more also they used to bring, but made sure that in this difficult situation also they can sell the products. But cost of production would have. But today this we cannot do. Earlier they used to do because competition was not much. Like example, when I was a kid, मैं बच्चा था ना, मतलब kid, at that point of time biscuit used to come. मेरे घर पे same biscuit every day, पार्ले जी. चाय के साथ पार्ले जी, कॉफी के साथ पार्ले जी, पानी के साथ पार्ले जी, हाँ, पार्ले जी पार्ले जी पार्ले जी, सूप के साथ पार्ले जी, राइस के साथ पार्ले जी. अरे what I used to do is, पार्ले जी के बीच में I used to, पंजाब में there used to be white butter, घर पे बनता, that white butter we used to put and eat. Biscuit also पार्ले जी. But today there are so many biscuits available, right? Competition has increased. Parle G, Monaco, Crack Jack, 50-50, Muska Chaska, Dark Fantasy, Pedigree, sorry. वो अपने लिए नहीं है. So Oreo, Morio, so many biscuits are available, right? So many good day, bad day, marry, unmarry, divorce. So many biscuits are available, right? Mom's magic, dad's magic, a biscuit will not be available. Dad's magic you will get to know on the day of your result. Belte. So, but today what is happening? At present, can I take this situation? Can I maintain today? No. Why? Because today I should always have excess capacity. Today every business is having what? Excess capacity. Why? Whenever demand increases, that tension will not be there. Whenever demand increases, I'm having excess capacity, some additional machines there, I will manufacture there. Then what about raw materials, sir, when suddenly demand comes? Remember, there is one concept called buffer stock. Buffer stock, have you heard about this concept in costing? What happens today if I need 100 units of raw material? I will order 105 units. In case some wastage also happens, let us say 2 units extra. So 102 units I will consume and 3 units I will keep aside. Because future may, in case if any emergency situation comes, I need not depend on the supplier and pay higher price. So today world has become advanced. It cannot do like this. Competition has increased. So that is why at present what happens? Plant has excess capacity. Plant has excess capacity. Plant has excess capacity. Plus competition is decreasing or increasing? Competition is mounting or it is increasing. That is why I need what? That is why I need to what? Survive. And if I am able to survive, if I am having excess capacity, competition is increasing, still I am able to survive. Future may will I get success? Simple. If I want to survive plus succeed. If I want to survive and succeed, then it is mandatory for me to have what? Competitive advantage. Look for what? Competitive. Simple. So today every business almost is having what? Excess capacity. Why? Because competition is increasing. In this situation, is it easy to survive in the industry or very difficult? Very difficult. But still, if I am able to survive in such a difficult situation, will I succeed in future? But all these things will happen when I am creating which advantage for my business. But how do I create competitive advantage? How do I create competitive advantage? There are many examples. We will discuss one by one. All the examples are given in ICMI material only. Same thing I will copy and paste here. Explanation I will give you. Number one, first thing what we can do is TQM. Clear? The first way in which I can create a competitive advantage for my business is what? TQM. What is TQM full form? Total quality management. Remember, we have discussed this. Every person in the organization should think about what? Quality. Toyota ka example I've given, right? What does Toyota do? It will give some buttons to its employees in manufacturing plant. Anyone finds smallest to smallest problem also, they will press the button and imagine crores of rupees of production will stop. Because they want what? They want to give lowest quality or best quality. Imagine, that is why Toyota is having an advantage, right? One of the most reliable engines in a car available today is what? Toyota. People buy Toyota for its reliability. So can I say engine reliability and refinement, is it a competitive advantage because of its sales of Toyota are increasing in India? Simple. Next, I can also use time-based competition. I can also use time-based competition as an example of competitive advantage. Can lesser price give me competitive advantage? Why people buy Maruti cars? Price. Very good. So why? Obviously, सब ये मस्त है तुम्हारा क्लास. एग्जाम्पल बोलने के लिए भी मेरे को तुम्हारे को आई हैव टू गिव अ हिंट, ये बोलो बोल के. सही है अपना. So can price be a competitive advantage for my business? Yes. Can quality be a competitive advantage for my business? Yes. Can a brand value be a competitive advantage? Yes. Today, if you want to eat biryani, where will you eat, madam? You think you'll eat in Paradise? Taste is worst. But still, if anyone from outside comes to Hyderabad, from outside the city, they will first think of biryani means what? Paradise. There are many small eateries or mid-size eateries which are not known much, but they serve biryani far better than what is served in. But is Paradise still having an advantage over all the other brands? Why? Brand value. It has created a brand, right? In the same way, time also I can use as a competitive advantage. I can create my time also as an advantage. See, if any company is doing something before others, if I am able to solve a customer problem before someone else, then can I get an advantage? Yes. Here, example, अब ये what is that? This time-based competition concept was created by BCG in 1980s. BCG is a management consultancy company called Boston Consulting Group. In detail, we will study in SM. As of now, just remember, the concept of time-based competition was used by whom? BCG, which is one of the largest management consultancy companies in the world in 1980s. Clear? An example of Honda on an average launches 113 bikes. In the same time, Yamaha launches 37 bikes. मतलब how much time Yamaha is taking to create and launch new models of bikes. Same time में Honda is launching how many bikes? Then you see Yamaha के bikes में limited varieties are there or unlimited? But Honda में lot of varieties are available, every price point पे. So now tell, who is able to launch multiple new models of vehicles in a lesser time? Is it having an advantage over other vehicles? Simple. Time-based competition also I can create as a this. Then we have BPR, business process reengineering. Business process reengineering. It means, see, if you are having a problem in accounts department, what department will you change? You will make changes in which department? Accounts department, obviously. Your business is having finance department में problem. You will make changes in? Very good. Madam, your business is having a problem in marketing department. You will make changes in? Marketing department only. Your business is having a problem in sales department. You will make changes in? Sales department. Madam, your business is having a problem in everything now. Every problem. Change the business nahi. You have to make major changes in your business. Only one department problem, little changes. Only one department problem, little changes. Only one department problem, little changes. I'm not asking any question to you till today. Did I ask even one? Why? Because you are ruled out. You are ruled over my classes. So, but because this madam ka business is having problem in almost every activity. Sales mein problem, accounts mein problem, purchase mein problem, problem. Then in that case madam ke business mein she will make little changes or major changes. When you make major changes, you want major improvements or minor improvements. That is what is called business process reengineering. Matlab I am redesigning my entire business process, how I am doing my business, everything A to Z I will make changes. Here, यहाँ पर best example we can say, Nokia. Starting में it did overaction that I will not change. But later on when people stop buying Nokia, did it come back to Android? But is it as successful as before or zero success? That is what. So does BPR gives you guarantee of success? No. Best example of BPR giving guarantee to success is what I remember from news is Ford Motors. Bills payable मालूम ना? मतलब ये creditors. So debtors creditors का management के लिए receivable payable को manage करने के लिए these people used to have manual department में lots of employees. What they used to do? Purchase orders. We will take an example of accounts payable, creditors. Purchase orders को they have to match with what? Invoices. And they have to reconcile. And because Ford is a very big international company from US, lots and lots of employees used to be there, because of which what used to happen? First of all, matching every invoice with every purchase order, it will take a lot of time. So time consumption was increasing, efficiency was decreasing. So what it did, entire process only it changed. It told from now onwards, any raw material enters into Ford manufacturing plant, immediately scan that item, automatically purchase order and invoice will be verified by the software. Because of which 75% of the employees they remove from accounts payable department. 75% of employees. What they have done with that employees, I have no idea. But 75% of the employees they reduced. In addition to that, speed increased, right? What human beings used to do in one week, in just seconds software was doing. Speed increased, accuracy also increased. That is what is called BPR. Next, focused factory. One more thing we can do. Focused factory. Here, one more activity what I can do is focused factory to get which advantage? Now, your name, sir? Akash. Akash, sir, please tell us. One simple question I'll ask. You tell which is the best option. Option number 1. Be perfect in limited things. Option number 2. Be imperfect in everything. Which is better? Being perfect in limited things or trying to be imperfect in everything? Being perfect in limited things. That is called as focus factory. Any company which is using a concept of focus factory, instead of doing multiple things and being instead of doing multitasking and not being good at anything, it will do limited things but with perfection. That is what is called focused factory. Clear? Example, अपना ये ब्रश करते ना ये this toothpaste, most of you, very good. Colgate and Palmolive, same company. Colgate Palmolive का there is one company, Focus Packaging Inclusive. Company name itself is Focus Packaging Inclusive बोल के there is one company. This company manufactures only and only boxes of Colgate, nothing else. मतलब पूरे वर्ल्ड में wherever it is manufacturing, any factory में anything, it will manufacture only that cardboard boxes which are used to pack toothpaste. Is it doing many things like Haldiram? Is it doing many things like Reliance, or only one thing? That is an example of what? Focus factory. Is that an advantage? Yes, because you will achieve perfection. Then what else I can do? I can also go for flexible manufacturing. Flexible. This flexible manufacturing is mostly used in every industry, but we will take an example of car industry. Ab car industry mein a car manufacturer can have SUV also, sedan also, multiple types of cars, right? Crossover type of car also. Just I make change in the software, automatically the entire process of manufacturing will change. So shifting from sedan to SUV or SUV to sedan, is it an easy task nowadays or difficult? Because this is called what? Flexible manufacturing. Same factory mein everything I'm manufacturing, just changing the. Then nowadays very popular concept, virtual organization. What is virtual organization? I ask a question, done. Tell wrong answer, it's okay. What is someone to? Hungry? Unreal, no? See, any organization, in simple words if I tell, virtual organization means any organization which outsources most of its work. Any company which outsources majority of its work is called what? Virtual organization. Example, dark fantasy, gup khate na. You'll eat, right? Dark fantasy. Who manufactures dark fantasy? Dark fantasy is a brand of which company? Nestle nahi. Sunfeast and Sunfeast. That is why I told dabba kabhi nahi dekhte apan. Biscuit aate hi will throw here and there. Now tell, who is the owner of Sunfeast? Which company is the owner of Sunfeast brand? Very big cigarette company. Yeah. Whenever cigarette bolte ITC bola, very good. ITC. You think ITC manufactures dark fantasy or gets it manufactured? When most of the products, when you buy food products like biscuits ho gaya, chips ho gaya, anything, you turn behind that dabba or wrapper, what will you see? Manufactured by XYZ company on behalf of ITC or Parle, something will be written like this. Have you seen this? Matlab, is the main company manufacturing or getting it manufactured? Arey, my main business is in Sunfeast brand is biscuits and chips manufacturing. That also I am doing or getting it done from someone. That is nothing but outsourcing or virtual organization. So when majority of my work I am not doing, I am getting it done from other businesses. Most manufacturing companies do this only. Even Tata, Engine it buys from someone else. Steering it will get it manufactured from someone else. Body it will get constructed from some other company XYZ, etc. Then 1 or 2 examples are there, then we'll close the class. Then we have computer integrated manufacturing. Computer integrated manufacturing. In computer integrated manufacturing, who will manufacture your products? Human beings or computers? Computers will manufacture. Computers and software networks and all, they will manufacture the product. Here, so these are some examples of how to create what? These are not all. These are some examples to create which advantage? Competitive advantage as a manufacturer. Another 3 small points are there which we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow I will finish this chapter, and Monday I will start with a chapter number 4, which is a practical chapter.